is the timeline when we can expect cancellation of that particular title, reversion back to the people of Nairobi of the property, and the reconstruction of Tomboya social hall. Mr. Speaker, because as we speak today, construction on that property is still ongoing. They are building a mall. So, Mr. Speaker, the timelines of those actions, if the CS who has already made my day can just add the topping to the cake, I will be very happy for the people of Nairobi to hear when we can expect this time, this action to be taken. And Mr. Speaker, continue to protect us from hecklers in this house, because we are discussing serious issues here about people who we represent, and people are heckling here.
Sifuna, you are doing so. Senator Gloria, must you always make noise in this house, honestly speaking? No, it's not in order, honestly. I want the CS say that she's intended to give, I wanted to table a document.
I think this is online actually, CR12, to show the owners of Ngami. This was, Honorable Speaker, I came yesterday back to the country, but I ordered for that and it is available. Those are the current directors of Ngami Properties Limited.
Yeah, the supplementary question may be like...
I think he wanted to know the timeline.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, under Section 79 of the Land Registration Act. I think I will need the notice. The process that we undertake is when we realize that irregularity has been committed, either or a mistake by our registry, we need to issue a notice to the holders of that title, and that notice is supposed to take, it's a notice of 60 days. So I will take up the process immediately. So you can expect that then the notice is to call the person, the holder of the title, to return the title, failing which then we proceed to cancel it. In most cases, when they know it was an untoward activity, normally they do not present themselves, because you present yourself and the title for cancellation, or at least for interrogation. Once you don't come, we proceed to cancel. So it should not take me more than 60 days to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us get a few supplementary questions. Start from Senator Rachel Julius.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would like to know from the Minister, there is a piece of land which was given by Pokot County Council to KVDA around 1986 or 83, and it is a dam today which is generating power. And so to mark the end of the occupied land, or the land that is today under a dam, they put beacons which marked the end, that Wananchi would develop up to there or live up to there. But now, maliciously, some MPs are grouping against KVDA and saying that they sold the land off to some unknown personalities, but the accusation is so high on the ground. So I was wondering if the minister is aware, and what does she say, so that as an answer to those who are accusing KVDA or some leaders of selling the land that today is a dam producing or generating power to Kenya at large.
Senators, as I guided, as much as practically possible, let us just direct our question towards the original question. The CS can attempt to answer, but such details might be a bit difficult to get. So, Madam CS.
Thank you for the direction, Honorable Speaker. It's true that I'm not able to respond to that because it has not been brought to my notice area, but KVDA is actually our agency or parastatal under the Ministry of East Africa Community, Regional Development and SARS. And they would have the details of that particular problem. But Honorable Senator can also write to me, maybe, or to myself and the Minister for East Africa Region and give us these details, and then we can try to help and resolve the problem. I don't know whether it's a problem where the dam has gone encroached. You know, sometimes dams exceed the area of the design, therefore a redesign may be necessary. It could be a case where maybe compensation is not complete, or a case where people are trying to use the dam to get the land or use the land that has already been purchased around the dam. I think I'll leave it to you, but you can write to the two ministries for better responses. Overall, Your Honorable Speaker, I was asked about recovery of other public lands. Honorable Speaker, let me say that we are in the process of discussing with the Office of the President through hopes, and we intend to move the Cabinet for a resolution to allow the Minister to request for all ministries to forward their public lands that are in danger or have been encroached or have been grabbed, so that holistically I can address all of them, because it's not possible for the Minister of Lands to know which land has been encroached or has been grabbed. But I think it is, as a government, we have a duty. As a ministry, I have a responsibility to assist the government to protect and recover and document public land existing and what may have been taken away, and recover as much as we can, including prosecution of people who have been found to have stolen public land. Obviously, you see, even the Minister for Lands is not safe, because this particular parcel that Tomboya Socio is on belongs to the Ministry of Public Works. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, when I went to Kwale, to Kitare, I want to confirm that Kitare prison, is it the medium or maximum, is sitting on an individual's parcel of land. So I'm also proceeding to cancel those, because the prisons itself is sitting on land that has been grabbed, over 3,000 parcels of land. So it's not an easy matter. We have to do what is right, and as the support of Parliament, including this kind of questions, is helpful. Thank you.
Senator Mandavo, you are on the queue at the top. Maybe you can ask your question. But I don't know, you have a problem with that book. It's possible.
Maybe the clerks can assist me with my card. Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. I have, I don't know if there's a question or a suggestion to the Cabinet Secretary. On this digitization, Honorable Speaker, I'd like to ask the Cabinet Secretary, what happens with lands that are disputes during digitization process? And I ask that because, Honorable Speaker, there is a land in question in Uasin Gishu County between the people of Uasin Gishu, the county government of Uasin Gishu, and the Department of Defense. But during digitization, you know, a title that was fraudulently acquired was also digitized. So my request to the Honorable CS is, during digitization, I think all lands under dispute should not be digitized, because digitizing is further giving legitimacy, you know, to the fraudulently acquired titles. Number two, Honorable Speaker, the CS has said she's constrained in terms of budget for titling of schools. Honorable Speaker, it is my view that now that schools receive even capitation for operations, and it only costs a maximum of 20,000 to actually get a title deed, schools should actually be asked to process their own titles. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable CS.
Did I hear the Senator is proposing that we ask the schools to process their own titles? then that would require me to move back to the cabinet to have the cabinet resolve to do that. I don't see a big problem in the government. The schools are properties of the government actually. The land is not necessarily in the name of school. It's reserved for that school, but the titles belong to the National Treasury and they are registered in the name of National Treasury. So I think for us to assist to proceed to do that is important. And we also know that that is the only way we can be able to assure the validity, the sciences, the survey, integrity, and therefore I think it's not a bad thing that the ministry is the one that is finally doing it. You can imagine this is since 1960, this has not been done, so I think we will not be able to leave to the schools. Again, some of the people around the schools are the ones who have grabbed some of the school land. In that process, we'll be able to return any grabbed land. On the question on digitization, what happens to parcels that may be having disputes or have titles or records that are in dispute or are under interrogation and investigation? First, we capture the records that we have. But capturing the records we have by scanning and putting them in as part of our digitization does not mean we will be hindered from interrogating those documentations. But also the KDF land, I think you are referring to the KDF land. We have cancelled all those titles, so we don't longer have any problem. But where we have captured the wrong or disputed land, maybe it is in court, and then we get the new record or other records to say otherwise other than what is in our digital system, we will move to put that as part of our record, and it is possible within that, because as we digitize, we are also using the land laws that exist. So I don't think there is going to be any compromise or danger in our work.
Thank you, Senator Ososi. Godfrey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have two questions, two supplementary questions to this.
Choose the one which is heavy. The one which is, you consider only one supplementary.
Very well. Mr. Speaker, I would like to know from the CS the compensation plan they have on lands which were compulsorily acquired by the government before the onset of devolution. I am saying this because, Mr. Speaker, there is a sad case of an old man who died 4 years ago and is still lying in the morgue from a place called Kegoye within Vihiga municipality. What happened, Mr. Speaker, is that when Vihiga was gazetted as a district by the then President Moi, there were some people who were relocated to create space for the construction of the district headquarters. And this old man was one of them. They were relocated to a place in Lugari Forest. And when they went there, they found that the land had complication. So they returned back to their original land. They have stayed there for years. The old man died there. When he died, they took the body to the morgue, but they could not bury because the county government contested and said that that land is within the Vihiga municipality. Up to date, the body of the old man is still lying in the morgue. I brought this matter when I was in the National Assembly in 2021, and the then CS for Lands, Madam Karonei, made a commitment to Parliament that the matter was going to be resolved in 6 months. Mr. Speaker, it is now approaching 2.5 years. Nothing has been done. What is the CS aware of this matter, and what specific action is she going to take to address this matter so that this family can bury their old man as soon as possible and stop incurring mortuary fees, given that this family, even though the county government has refused them to bury their dead, they are still occupying the land to date.